1, 2. Mic check 1, 2. I feel like I'm about to cough, which will make for the perfect Emmerdale. Did they just do Bonds 3? No, that was like... Wait, what was that? Did they... I think they just did Bonds 3. No, that was Bonds 2, right? Because that wasn't like a... I have no idea what they just did. Sorry, I'm watching some friends do P10 right now. And, if they can hear me jump 3 times, you're a samurai. You're not casting right now. Not jumping? They can't hear me. The Discord deafen works as intended. Hopefully. Probably? Hopefully. It would be really awkward and distracting if they had to listen to this. Hold on. I'm gonna see, first of all, 1 second of raid stream audio. You probably couldn't even hear that. But anyways, I'm just watching them do P10s, because I didn't particularly feel like joining. And by that I mean... I didn't know if it's... This is an ignorance thing on my end, and I didn't really feel like asking to get clarification. Is it 4 people or 5 people that take away your loot? Right? Like... Because anybody takes away half of your loot. But is it if 4 people are there, do you lose all loot? Or is it if 5 people are there, do you lose all of your loot? I don't know. It's probably 5 people if I had to guess. They're doing circles in. They've got a... Oh, now this is Bonds 3. Alright, this is Bonds 3. Let's see if they fuck it up. They fucked it up. Bonds 3 is Bonds 3, you know? Did a healer survive? No. Did a raise survive? Yes. But was that raise fast enough for the healer LB3 to work? Probably not. Probably not. Anyways, what are we doing? Medical History Herald? Alright, that's cool. I am subtweeting their, like, live, re-clear attempts, which is pretty mean. They don't have a tether on their side. They're all gonna die. Oh, okay. I believe in them, though. They can do it. Because they've all done it before, and they can do it again. I just needed to record this video, but I also am distracted by watching them prog. It's pretty fun. Because then I'm not there suffering alongside with them when the people can't do Bonds 3. But, you know, that's also me. Sometimes I fail Bonds 3. It's always Bonds 3. Every single time. It's always Bonds 3. But it's also knowledge, dexterity, your seconds, and then light source. I don't know, I'm pretty sure if they could hear me through the deafen, this is just paranoia posting. If they could hear me through the deafen, I probably would have gotten like 80 messages by now from all 4 of them. But yeah, we've got knowledge and dexterity, that's it. And then your seconds, and then there is a light source, and there is a Takashi, so we do have to throw hands at some point. Now, do I want to go for a... I wasn't paying attention if this is random statistics or whatever, but I think we probably don't care about anything from there because we're playing as Toshiaki. So as long as we end up taking the history club, not the library. This might seem counterintuitive to you, but there are more books at a club at school than there are at the library. Do we do schoolyard? I don't know. It's pretty useful if we can get the allies, especially we're gonna need the stats. And I still want to try that 65% Doom thing for intimidation, because I thought it was 85%. That's what it originally was, or at least what Kiwi originally told me that it was. And I trust Kiwi, I do. But what was I gonna say? I don't know. I don't know what I was gonna say, who knows. Just readjusting my windows so I can watch this a little bit easier. You might be thinking to yourself, that's gonna distract you for the whole video. I can't believe you're doing this. This is a shitty viewer experience. And you're correct. You're not wrong. But the good thing on your end is that we just saw Moriko 3 times, so that's a nice good luck charm. But the other good thing on your end is that whenever they wipe, they have to go through like a 6-minute cutscene to get back to the interesting parts of the fight. So, I basically don't have to pay attention right now, because it's like, oh, it's Dividing Wings 1 right now. That's crazy. Listen, think of this as a story arc, okay? Can they clear within the confines of this video? And I've already done my re-clears for my main static, and my FC static as well, technically, at the same time. But also on my ult, too, because, oh god, I don't even want to think about it. What are we gonna do? This sucks, by the way. Like, look at this shit. We have one town mystery? We have one town mystery. And we're going to it right now. But first, this is the only time we're ever going to be able to spend money. So we're gonna go to Coma, and then we're gonna try to brute force things, we really are, because this can only happen now. Like, there's nothing else that we can do here. So we're just gonna do it like this. It feels pretty bad. So yeah, so we're on character exclusive perks because these perks aren't in the all perk pack, so we would never see that. We saw it again. It really wants to let me know. Why are we just getting fucking black hair every single fucking time? Like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude that the ritual mask and black hair exist, but I also would like, you know, a useful fucking item. My beloved, anything? There are so many, but that's great, don't get me wrong, but like, you know, there's one thing that I want from here. That's also pretty good, don't get me wrong. There's one thing that I want from here. It's really nice. It's a book, it's literature. You know what I value more than my Lamborghini? This knowledge that my books contain. I'm gonna cry. Like, we're not throwing. You might think we're throwing, but we have minus 50% Doom in our back pocket, so it's, like, not that bad. But it's like, what do you want from me? What am I supposed to do? There's one thing that I have to look for, and it's called a book. How hard is it to find a fucking book in a town, in a city? We've seen this. This is ridiculous. Oh my god, a book. At last, one of them. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Yeah, sure, we're gonna go here, hardware store. And then we're gonna buy this. We're gonna buy this. We're gonna use buy, sell, and get ourselves a early Paragon. A low degree Paragon. It's not very helpful. But we're gonna get ourselves a low degree Paragon just to buy ourselves a little bit of time. Then we're gonna sell our monkey research facility, buy another buy a shit ton of tier 5s, and then we're gonna buy a new monkey research facility, or banana research facility, and then we're gonna fucking pop off, man. We're gonna pop off. That was not intentional, but the second time it absolutely was. We have what is this? What is this video game right now? I don't know. I don't want this garbage in my fucking inventory, by the way. Do I even want this? I don't even know if I want this. This is like 2% extra Doom minimum. Bro, let's go. Let's fucking die. Get me out of this run. We're alive? Like, I literally, this is like that one meme where it's like, you press the button. Oh, nice. You press the button and you lose several years of your life, and then the person just starts slamming the button, and then the guy's like, wait, but I haven't explained what the benefit is. I haven't explained what the benefit is. And they're just mashing that fucking button, and they're just like, it's not working. It's not working. And then, you know, the funny twist is, haha, you're actually immortal. Yeah, fuck it. Sure, why not? Get a little -3 Doom here. We've taken 2 things, we can take 1 more thing. Can I just get, like, a fucking book, please? Like, it's not hard. It's a book. You have several over there. It just moves slightly. I don't know what to say. This is getting a little bit ridiculous. This is getting a little bit silly, even. Oh my god, expel evil, my beloved. I was tempted to take it there. I'm gonna cry. Like, this is ridiculous. How does RNG work in this game? How many times have we seen Ritual Mask? How many times have we seen Human Skull? There are more books than there. It doesn't seem like it would be that big of a deal, right? It doesn't seem like it would be that big of a deal. We're gonna need to spam the shit out of Fathoth Flash. I'm gonna be honest with you. What is happening? We have seen the same items So many times. I'm just, like, fascinated at this point. How many times have we rolled this? And we have seen one book compared to every other item in the game. We're stopping at 60. We're stopping at 60. I can't believe this. I cannot believe this fucking game sometimes, man. The RNG just doesn't work. It's just not real. It's just not real. Now watch us win anyways, because we're playing as Toshiaki. True and real. True and real. True, bestie. True. We're gonna lose. I want this run to end. I am so, like... I don't even know it. Like, it's so... Like, there's Occult Diary, Tome of Rot, Library Notes, and then, like, I'm pretty sure you can get Library Book too. Like, I'm just so confused. I'm so confused at how this game works. Because we're never coming back here. Oh, the mansion is doomed? That's great. Alright, police station, put that on the forest or else we lose the game. Like, I don't even know what to say. Also, monument moment, true. I'll use it one more time if I can. I said I would, and I did. I want this run to end. I want this run to end. It's so ridiculous. Like, I cannot believe that we're living in this universe right now. Like, it's unreal. It's unreal, dude. It's Unreal Engine. I don't even know what to say. Like, I genuinely am just baffled. I really don't know what to say. Like, I don't know what the odds are, because I don't know the full item pool, but there are multiple books in there, and it's like, oh, abso-fucking-lutely we're doing this. You absolutely know what I'm about to do. You know the gritty that I'm about to hit. You see me, you see me, you feel me, you know me. You know exactly what I'm about to fucking do. We're about to spend, like, 15% Doom in this mystery. Well, technically, like, 16% Doom, but you know what I mean. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. And then my dog, she's just chilling. She's just vibing. She's like, what's wrong? Why do you feel so dejected and horrible? You know what? I don't feel as bad as them still wiping to P10S. Probably not, because it's not their fault. They've all cleared before. I trust them. I know they're not. I mean, listen. We're all fools, but... I know, like, pretty confidently that they're not the ones consistently screwing it up. It's Party Finder not being able to do Bonds 3. But I just, like, every time I look over, I just see Forward go, and then I just see Ultima casting, and it's like, oh yeah, they really are on the first raid wide. I feel bad. I hate that shit, man. I was re-clearing P10S earlier this morning, and by earlier this morning, I mean extraordinarily late at night, immediately after reset hit. Well, not immediately, I was lazy about it, but before I went to bed, I was re-clearing, and the thing about it was, like, it was pretty garbage. Like, it was pretty bad. We got the clear easily, because it's not hard, but the amount of times somebody fucked up Bonds 3 just for fun was like, I can't believe this shit, man. Like, we're doing incredibly good damage, and then you just greed during Bonds and then kill, like, half the party. It's like, yeah, it's great, man. Including both of the healers, that's the best part. That's the best part about it. Alright, kill me, please. Get me out of this run. We have time. Oh my god, I have to take that. Alright. You know exactly what I'm gonna do. We're mulliganing this fucking mystery. We're taking 16% Doom this mystery. I hope to God it works this way. I really do. Yeah, sorry, buddy. I just hung out at the hotel for the entire vacation. I didn't want to, Alright, Necronomicon, die. Power word kill. And then we take 6% Doom in total. We've got minus 30% Doom on the back burner. Honestly, we could go do anything right now. What the fuck is this? The mansion is doomed, man. That sucks. I want to get Fathoth Flash so badly. We don't need to do Fear Festival right now. We're not using that item anyways. And then, Painting Vigil Festival. We'll do Vigil last, because the mansion is doomed and there's no way we can change that, so we need to take advantage of the forest being safe for as long as possible. So let's do a mansion mystery. Just as like a little treat, you know? Stalker's Mask, completely fucking worthless. I mean, I guess it's better than the Kendo helmet, but, you know, I don't really care. I didn't take Outdoorsman, huh? I did take Crudy's Kill, which was the correct choice. But we're chilling out in the forest for a little bit. We're skipping the investigate. We actually are technically skipping an investigation in, I don't remember my seconds. I'm not using that shit. I don't remember my seconds at all. Except for, like, Freaky Flood, obviously, but, you know. Me when I get a sewing kit. I'm trying to think which one of these work in the mansion, but we have to go to the forest again, so, like, you might think I'm fucking crazy, but, like, maybe we just take Outdoorsman anyways. Because, like, Quick Thinking... Oh, no, Quick Thinking is a mansion thing. Oh, yeah, for real, for real, for real. That's fair. We do need to get... We're skipping a mansion investigation here. So, we're basically doing that, and then we're getting a flashlight because I don't care about getting a chainsaw because it's literally impossible. I think we're skipping a mansion investigation. At least for keeping Emmy alive, we are. It's here, finally, after 80 fucking years, and we're gonna get an injury for this one, right? That we can never cure? What did we get? Swollen joint? Whatever. Worth it. Value. Immediate fucking value. Because we could still die. We can still fucking die immediately. Oh, their PF disbanded. Oh, no. That's what happens when you do a clear party for P10S. It's like people don't know how to play the fight. It's bad. I got lucky last night because even though people were like real bad, it was still like they just needed to drop DPS for bonds for all bonds. Like, it's so funny. It's so funny, man. When I was doing re-clears earlier this morning / last night, whatever your personal definition of that is, you know, like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. gaming, and then getting like a minuscule, unacceptable amount of sleep because you make poor life choices. You know, whatever your definition of that is. We had such good DPS that we were gonna kill the boss after Harrowing Hell. Like, pretty solidly. Like, a minute after Harrowing Hell. But because people tried to greed during Harrowing Hell, they just fucking died and killed, like, all of us, and then we lose the raid. And so we were just like, listen, our DPS is fantastic, just fucking stop attacking the boss during bonds, and just focus on doing bonds. And then people actually did that, and we cleared first try after people dropped DPS on bonds. Party Finder is fucking crazy, man. I hate Party Finder so much. God bless them, they're looking. What the fuck are we doing here, by the way? What is this? I mean, we can never run away ever again because of this, so... And we're on medical history, so it's just like we're accumulating the damage. That does it. Can we do 80, 80, 80? We can. We're never talking about this again. We can only guaranteed do 10 damage, by the way, which is pretty pathetic. Something doesn't feel right here. Emmy's gonna die. Emmy's gonna die? No! But I get a free free art commission? I mean, you know. Emmy dying is pretty bad, but like, I'm not gonna say no to a free fucking artistic masterpiece that I can sell to a museum for $80 more billion. Netflix keeps trying to get me to watch Morbius, by the way. It's not happening. I'm not watching it, even ironically. The only time I've ever watched Morbius was in that GIF called Morbin Time or whatever it is, and it's just the entire Morbius movie in the form of like a tenor GIF. Like, that's the only time I've ever watched the Morbius movie, which isn't really watching it at all. It was just a GIF that somebody posted to Twitter that was the entire movie in like 30 seconds or less. So it was basically incomprehensible. But, you know. Me when I watch a movie in 10 or GIF format. What was I gonna say? I don't know, man. Anyways, this is just like, this episode is just proof that you can do whatever the fuck you want on Toshiaki, like it doesn't matter. We haven't gained, like, the Doom needle hasn't moved since the first mystery, essentially. That's pretty funny. Hello, dog. Yes, I see you. I'm gonna take the sanity damage, like, it's whatever. I think I would rather take that and then do this for 2 Doom, than take 5% Doom. It's a little bit weird. Oh! Now hold on a moment. I will sell a kendo helmet for that. No, dog, you cannot go bark at the window. I know exactly what you want to do. I know exactly what you want to do. You can bark at the window all you want later, because it's still the day! Or the early evening when I'm recording this. So it's not late enough that it's like, you know, you can't make loud noises because you'd be bothering people trying to sleep. It's early enough for the dog to bark, okay? Let her bark. But, we do a little tapping into his power. That's a great fucking thing to tap into power, I'm not gonna lie. But you do need to stop crawling on my chairs. Because, you know, it's a little inconvenient for me. Hermit, my beloved? Are we paranoid? We are not paranoid? I think we take Hermit. I think it's just, like, a smart idea regardless. If you get Hermit for Doom, she could potentially give you minus, well, that was 4% Doom to take her, so it's pretty realistic in a forest or, like, out-of-town heavy thing where you could get, like, minus 16% Doom from Hermit. And if not, you're at least getting minus 6% Doom from Hermit. Which, it's not free, so you can't always take her. She's not always, like, an omni-take, like, good idea, but for the most part, she is. And so we're just gonna make this as easy as possible for myself, and as consistent as possible for myself, and we're just gonna do this. My day is ruined, but I can't do 2 of these at the same time. But at least it's, enough damage to kill. Can't be upset about that. Now, I'm pretty sure we actually already did see the Hermit event, where it's like, she gives you minus 10% Doom by transcribing the runes or whatever. But, I don't know, I think it's still... I think she's still an overwhelmingly good pick. We also have Flesh Regrowth, so I'm not worried about that. I'll always rescue the dog no matter what. Even if the world dies, I'll still rescue the dog. Thank God for that. Please, the only thing I hate about the Timeline A version of this is that it takes like 80 years to leave the mystery. Like, I'm trying to get on with my day, I have stuff to do, I've got things I need to do, and then it's just like, they're like, nah, you can't do that, brother. We don't have a broken jaw, right? That would be actually throwing if we had a broken jaw. I'll go ahead and cast Flesh Regrowth once. You know what? Say what you want about the Herald, but hasn't taken away my ability to take a bath yet, so we're out here living. Told him you were living. We have, like, a buff we can get from here, right? I've got, like, 80 things in here. Oh, yeah. Oh, holy shit. Yeah, that is a lot, actually. Stalker's Mask or Flashlight? What do I care about more? Probably the Stalker's Mask for the occasional fucking human enemy that doesn't fucking exist here. Sell that. There's no human enemy in the mansion. Unfortunately, research notes do not count as a book, by the way. I'm gonna keep the fucking Dust of Seeing, man. That's way more useful. It's like, ah, yeah, 5 power on human enemies, which we're not gonna fucking encounter. Like, oh no, Billy Mays! I'm not worried about fighting Billy Mays. I'm worried about fighting fucking Hole-Ridden Thing. Honestly, just retreat from the room. That's fine. We can take the... Do I even care about... I actually do care about this, so we're gonna put that away. This is gonna be the Hole-Ridden Thing, and I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. Alright, good. Get me the fuck out of here. Okay. You... Give me the Vigil Pamphlet. One of the rare times... Yeah, we'll skip one. We'll skip one fight. Because, I mean, I don't really think it's gonna matter... But we should still skip one fight. I think that's fine. Oh no, I'm sick? What the hell? No way. Alright. We're in hell. This is horrible. This is actually the worst thing that could have happened. This is actually terrible. I'm almost contemplating using Crudy's kill. 6 damage. We can do 10 damage there. We take 3. We heal up. But then we can do 8. So I basically have 3 turns to kill this thing. And I don't know if I can. So you know what? Just because you fucking have 28 HP, which is insane. You had to do it. You had to do it. Ghost enemies just hit different. Like, I'm not even joking. Ghost enemies just hit different. Maybe we have to use Hermit. Maybe we have to cry ourselves to sleep. Who knows? But as long as we're only getting... I'm so glad I skipped one. I wish I skipped both of them. No, that's neutral, so we're gonna... that's neutral, so we're gonna, like... just do that. It's -3, but you gain 3 for failing it. That's okay. This is interesting. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do... Wait, do I really want to do this? What if we just fucking popped off? And by that I mean played it incredibly fucking safe. Like, as safe as humanly possible. Dislocated shoulder? That's not a punishment. Actually, it is, because it prevents us from, it loses us, like, half a cast, depending on what our max HP is, of, whatchamacallit. Flesh regrowth. Because that's max stamina, so it might lose us, like, a cast of it, depending on what our max HP is at. 76, and I think we win it easily. If I forget 2 things, though, we are gonna have a little bit of a problem, but... It's, we're taking -3, -3. It was dexterity. Oh, no, we're taking -6, -0. Because it was knowledge and dexterity. I remember now. Okay, sure. 8 is our max. That's pretty bad. Handcuffs does actually... No, why would I use that? Just, we have 1 fight. Use the fucking Dust of Seeing. Completely fine. Dust of Seeing was irrelevant in that entire mystery, by the way, just in case you were wondering. The only enemy that we fought that was a threat was the fucking ghost. Yeah, I think we're fine. I think we can cook something up, even if I fucked up for some reason. Yeah, we can just take the cure and be fine. Like, that's it. Like, with the cure, that, like, guarantees us the win. Okay, Pocket Sand, you're dead, right? Not necessarily, which is really annoying, but here we go. And we can throw it because we have the flashlight, so it doesn't matter. We're gonna have to do some weird shit if we actually die. But I don't think we will. I think we're gonna be fine. And I think even if I fail both of these things, it doesn't matter. Who the fuck was our... You? It was Sweaty Assailant? Oh my god. I guess that makes sense, because Sweaty Assailant and the Fertility Goddess are guaranteed every time. So the only way you could have Fertility Goddess as your second enemy is if you did Flood first. Which you could do on, like, Toshiaki, admittedly. You could Ill-Fated Toshiaki, you get Crudy's kill first, and then you go into Flood, you Crudy's kill both of them. 30 Doom. To skip one of the hardest mysteries in the game. Yeah, no, I couldn't see what's wrong with that. And then make the Fertility Idol your second enemy. That's pretty nuts, actually. That actually goes hard. Yeah, that's actually cool. Dusk version, May 24th, 1985. Anyways, I have no idea what I was saying. I have no idea what I was doing. I got like 40 minutes before my raid, so I'm gonna go make 50 minutes before my raid. Thank you. I'm gonna go make food and then watch them do P10S. The little storyline that was going on is, could they beat P10S and Party Finder within 30 minutes? The answer to that was no, unfortunately. But I can't really blame them for that, because Party Finder is just dog shit at it. Like, you go into a clear party, and it's like a Bonds 3 Prague party, because like, I don't know what it is, right? Because theoretically speaking, the hardest mechanic in P10S is Harrowing Hell. And then... But it's never that. It's never that. It's always Bonds 3 or Bonds 4, which is immediately after Harrowing Hell. And I would consider like Bonds 4 a part of Harrowing Hell, but like I have died in Party Finder more to Bonds 3 than any other mechanic. And also in Party Finder, at least this is for duty complete parties anyways, I have died more to fucking Limit Cut 2 Northwest Northeast strats than I have fucking Limit Cut 1 JP. And I've never tried Oppo. I had Oppo explained to me by a friend, and I watched a video about it, but I was like, nah. JP is just the way to do it, brother and or sister. But yeah, no, it's, it is what it is. They got Holy out. And then this is Bonds 3. Somebody fucking died? No way, dude. Somebody fucking died to the tower. And then they were a DPS, and then all the DPS stacked for the roll stack, and then they died. But then one of the fucking supports didn't stack for Bonds 3. So everybody on the support side died. And it's just like, oh my god. Both the healers died. Do they have a red mage? Let me see. Oh my god, I think it was the red mage who fucked up. That's brazy. Like, I don't mean to sound mean, right? Because obviously these fights are hard. But also, like, it's always a Bonds 3 party. Like, no matter what. Because their last Party Finder, it was Bonds 3 Prog. This Party Finder, it's Bonds 3 Prog. Like, it's all just Bonds 3. Even on clear parties. Even on re-clear parties. It's always Bonds 3. Which sucks. Because you'd prefer it to be, like, stuck on the actual, like, hard mechanic. But no, it's always Limit Cut 2. It's always Bonds 3. I can't wait for it to be fucking Lightstream or some shit in Party Finder when I eventually start doing that as re-clears. Because, like, I can't imagine how you could, like, easily fuck up. Like, oh, like, what's a mechanic that you could easily fuck up on a P11S that would be, like, some funny thing, right? And I gotta tell you, is probably, like... is probably gonna be Lightstream, right? Like, Dark and Light is easy, Letter of the Law is easy. They're just fast. Well, Dark and Light's actually slow. And they telegraph all the parts of Dark and Light for like 10 seconds, or maybe more. But like, Dark and Light is slow, but like, Letter of the Law is just fast. Because here's the thing though, right? Is that people practice and think about the biggest mechanics more than they think about, like, the easier mechanics. And so, people are, capable of just kind of, like, you know, doing the hardest mechanic, that's the wall in Party Finder, and then when they get to, like, a simple mechanic, they just fucking die every time. But anyways... thank you so much for watching. My name is Webweaver. Have a good one. Stay safe out there. I probably should record my re-clears sometime, just for there to be some frame of reference, as like a little treat. So anyways, yeah, I need to go get my food. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. Bye.